Hello, good evening. My name is Ashley Johnson, and I will be talking about an artifact that is very important to my culture, my family, and me. So now, I am pretty sure everyone has had guacamole or salsa or like great spices. I'm pretty sure everybody has. So my culture artifact that I have chosen is the molcajete. The molcajete is very huge in the Mexican culture. Um, if you ever see this in a Mexican household, you know something good's about to happen. Some delicious salsa guacamole is about to be handed to you. Now, I chose it because I am Mexican myself and I wanted to know more about it, and I also wanted to know recipes to make for when I move out or when I have children or when I have a husband. So, I'm going to explain to you how it's used, how it was made, who made it, and etc. Now, the molcajete was derived from the Mesoamerican time, which is Mayans and Aztecs. They used it for spices, to whip spices, to make guacamole, salsa, to go with their diet. Now, it was made from volcanic stone that translated into them making it into a dome. Now, a traditional one has three stout legs. This one doesn't. I couldn't find the one that did have it, but it is a molcajete still. And back then, I haven't seen a lot now. They used to have an animal as a decoration. It's a little fun fact. Right here, or they'd have it on top, an animal head, and the main one would be a pig. So, sorry for all you pig lovers, but that was just the main one that they would use. Um, the important values that molcajete brings, not just food. Food is a very important tradition in Mexican culture, because everyone knows the food is really great. But it brings people together. In Mexican culture, everything is mainly about family. Our families are so big and they're so close. You have family everywhere. But a molcajete brings recipes from old family members that you wanted to hear about, all your ancestors. When I was little, my abuelita, I would always go to her house in the morning, and she would always make me papas and eggs and fresh tortillas, and she would always use this, and I knew that my salsa would be the best. So one day I asked her what it was, and she taught me, and it was another way for us to bond, which is very important to me. I love my abuelita. And I identify with my culture. I am Mexican because Mexican, like I said, Mexican culture is very big on family, and that's something that I am. I'm very family oriented, and when you see this, you know it's going down in the kitchen. It brings everybody together. I always say, like, oh, not only does it bring spices together, it brings people together, because it does. It brings people together in a way that you didn't think that it was possible, that this artifact could really bring like 10 people in the kitchen. It brings families together. It brings old recipes, old conversations. It brings so much. When I used to do folklorico, I would always go over to my coach's house, and I would just see his mom make the best guacamole there. It was so good. But in conclusion, the molcajete brings me so much joy and so much remembrance of my childhood, and all the times that I used to have family gatherings, all the times I would always be around my family in the kitchen or outside. And it also brings great recipes, great new topics to talk about. Everyone could talk about food all day, and everyone wants to know new recipes. Also, the molcajete is always passed down from generation to generation. So to me, it is very important to me to know that if my abuelita or my tia gives me one, or even my mom, it's very important. It's like an acceptance or blessing to go out on your own in the real world, and bring those recipes to your family or to your friends or whoever you want to do that with. It just brings people together and joy. Now, if you are ever at a party or hosting a party, one thing I will tell you, if you want the best salsa or guacamole, use the molcajete. That is my secret, and I will share it with you. But thank you so much for listening to my speech about my cultural artifact and my culture, and I appreciate your time in listening and watching. Thank you.